All right. What up, party people? This is
What up?
Ryan,
DreamCode.
DJ Mott Peters over on the other line. He's from the Netherlands. Yeah, he's got a pretty cool accent. But it's our first one of these, so feel free to make fun of us if it's not any good, or tell us
Please
if it's good
do.
if it is good. We're gonna talk a little bit about Lollapalooza. It's our stuff, and we're gonna talk about conflicts of different shows because the lineup comes out, you get really psyched about it, but then you get shows that you want to see and you don't know which one to go to. So that's where we come in. You're Lolla pros. So how you doing, Matt? How's your weekend? Was it fun?
I'm good. Saw Mumford this weekend, which was
Oh
awesome.
yeah, I never talked to. How was that?
They brought out the Stanley Cup, which was so
No way.
yeah. It was
Oh,
at
that's sick.
random hill in Chicago, and
What?
they're like, and we're gonna give the stage for a minute to a couple guys who are a lot prettier than we are. Just bring them out, and I think they brought something with them, and then they
No
brought out the
way.
cup and made everyone in Mumford drink out of the cup.
Oh, that's so sick.
It
Was
was
it better? What was better, that or OAR playing Chelsea Dagger?
uh that
That, yeah, that's so
what we
good.
are doing Chelsea Dagger was unreal, but
Yeah, that's. I was like afraid. Like I didn't go to the parade this year, and like part of me was afraid to go because of how sick it was going to the parade and then to OAR. It was just so cool.
right.
I love that. All right, let's get into this. We're starting out with Misterwives versus James Bay on Friday. It's like towards the beginning of the day. I think it's like 1 or 1:30, right?
Yeah, we got Misterwives is on Lakeshore at 1:30. James Bay's at Palladium at 1:30, and his
Yeah.
set's 15 minutes longer than Misterwives, if that matters.
Yeah, I know this is a bit more of a conflict for me than it is for you. Um,
Right.
Mr. Ives' album is incredible, and James Bay's album is incredible. So I kind of had to go like a step further and look at like their live stuff. And
Right.
for me, that's where I kind of realized I want to probably go to James Bay. I might split time. It's one of those shows I definitely might split time. But what I've heard from Mr. Ives is like she gets super excited and she's fun. She's an awesome performer, but she like doesn't sound as good as she does on her album. She gets like a little pitchy, a little screechy, but she's bouncing around and having fun. I love that.
Yeah.
But like I was listening to like Our Own House. I think it was Hangout, 2015, like a month ago or something, whatever. But
Hmm.
I don't. It just wasn't as good. It's like it didn't sound like what it sounds like on the album. So I don't know. It was a little disappointing. What do you think?
Yeah. I mean, I've seen them live before, and it was awesome. Like exactly like you said, she bounces around and runs around the whole time, and like
Yeah.
everyone else, like getting the crowd into it. And a video that I'll put in the breakdown that we do of this is they had a show at of all like because I guess you can compare a Lolla audience to like a college audience.
Yeah, that's fair.
I think that's like a fair assessment to make. And they did a show at Dartmouth, which like that's not the college I would think about to do, but like the Dartmouth people are going like nuts,
Yeah.
which
Yeah,
like
I was definitely noticing that the crowd will be much better. If you want a show and you want to have fun, go to Mr. Wives. But James Bay is so sick, and he's like his first album just came out. He's very like young in his popularity, and he's like a little bit like Hosier. And this is probably going to be. I looked it up. I might be wrong. I think this is going to be his biggest American crowd, which is huge.
that is
Like
awesome.
you remember Bleachers last year? The
Yeah,
dude, there's like a special on Palladium of him singing for like 20 people, and it's like a Thursday night. And he's like, "Thanks for coming out. Like I have like 2 songs out," and then he goes to Lolla and just like he's freaking Bruce Springsteen. Like he just goes crazy.
yeah,
And I feel like James Bay has been. I looked at a video of him at some smaller festival. I don't remember what it was, but he was like just really good. And he sounds better live. His guitar is exactly the same live, and his music is like his voice is incredible. And he does different runs and stuff. So for me, I'm probably gonna go to James Bay just because when I go to Lolla, I want to see like as much cool stuff as possible. And I think like that's the kind of show I want to see. Just like a
right.
killer musician,
And
singer, that kind of thing.
another thing is that like you know how we're both like high on coasts too. That ends
Yeah,
at 1:30 at Bud Light, and
yeah,
Mr. Live starts at 1:30 at Lakeshore. Like you're not gonna make that whole set. You
yeah.
gotta like nits out 15 minutes of one of them.
That's
And if
true.
you want a good spot for Mr. Wives, because it'll probably be packed with like teenage girls and
Yeah, gotta
whatever.
love that. That's why we're all there for the teenage girls.
Yeah, I mean, you got some attractive artists this year. I'm dressed into the nines every day.
Oh,
So
yeah. That is true. Coasts is huge. I love Coasts.
Yeah, we'll talk about them later in our guys to be excited for. But that's a big thing that I just noticed is that I'm gonna have to leave that early probably.
True.
I'm still leaning Misterwives.
Yeah, we might split up there. My play, I've seen it at Lolla before, and I love it. We need to buy a balloon that has Blue's Clues or like a Angry Bird or something, so that I can go to a show have this big balloon, and you're like, oh, find the balloon, done. Because I feel like we're gonna split up a lot. That's huge. That is such a veteran Lolla move to have a dumb balloon.
No, and this is the perfect time for the dumb balloon too, because if you go to James Bay and I'm at Misterwives, and then you have Tuvlo on the same stage that Misterwives is on,
huge.
I'm just gonna stay in my spot.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna have this dumbass SpongeBob Patrick Star balloon.
Yeah, and that'd be a sick balloon.
Yeah.
I feel like we're gonna fight over which balloon to get. Do we each have a balloon? How does it work?
What?
Are we each gonna get our own balloon?
Yeah.
They have to match. If you get Patrick, do I make it SpongeBob? I don't know. I don't know how the balloon culture works.
It'd be kind of I'm just imagining up in the air during a set when we're together, and I see two SpongeBobs
Ew, that's weird. It's got to be I don't want SpongeBob on SpongeBob action.
That's why I'm talking Patrick Star and Blue's Clues.
So they're just completely different things?
I don't know, but all right, let's go on to the next one.
All right, less balloons, more music. This is Sam Smith vs. Alesso Saturday headliner. Hilarious. I went into when we knew we were gonna talk about it. I was like, all right, I need to defend the Sam Smith because I know the Alesso is very popular. And I listened to some Sam Smith first. I was like, this is awesome. Sam Smith's the homie. He just had vocal surgery, so I'm assuming that doesn't factor into my decision. And he's going to be OP 100%. He doesn't really move around much, but if you just watching someone sing, Frank Ocean in 2012, right?
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't get any better. He's so good.
Yeah.
But then I made the mistake of watching Alesso at Ultra, and it was probably the best
Not
thing
a mistake.
I've ever watched. It was ridiculous. It was incredible. And I'm like, damn it, I can't defend Sam Smith now.
Yeah. I mean, Ultra's different just because of who it is. Everyone's there. They all love EDM. Alesso, people are just going to default to it.
Yeah.
Everyone our age.
If you listen, Alesso's album is pretty sick. It has some not great songs, but it has 6 just incredible songs.
Yeah.
And I love how he does his opener and then right into his second song is what he does in his live set. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Another thing, just while we're talking about headliners, G-Eazy is not even that's not on my map. I put it on my absolutely not list immediately.
Yeah. It's something about rappers at Lolla are in their own kind of area, and you have to just be unreal insane for me to spend time to go to rap. I'm going to go to Cuddy because I think Cuddy's unreal. And I've heard he's an awesome performer. Macklemore was sick. I've heard Chance was really good and Chitty Bang in 2011 before we went and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I can't do a headliner rap. Childish too. Childish is sick, but I can't do G-Eazy at over Sam Smith and Alesso. That's just not
right. And then there's Metallica, which a lot of people will do, but that's
that's fair. That's one of those
legends.
Bands. Yeah, it's a legend. You go because even if you don't know them, it's for the story, for that kind of thing.
Yeah, it all depends on what mood you're in. Because after Cuddy, are you wanting to sit there and stay in your spot, then wait 45 minutes for someone to sing at you, or do you want to just go nuts? It's Saturday night, party, Alesso, jump around.
For me, I love EDM, but I hate raves sometimes. Just the people are gross, and I don't know how old you are, and what is in your mouth that I know you're on Molly and your eyes look weird and you're frightening. I don't know. I just get creeped out. But I think I have to do one because I will never go to a rave during the year. It's only Lolla that'll go to raves, and I might as well do it for Alesso. That's kind of my thing.
All right.
They're both going to be packed, and Alesso's going to be gross and really fun. And Sam Smith is going to be boring but really talented. So it's up to you. I feel
game time decision, but
yeah.
Next.
So I'm really sad because the day before I figured out that Stromae like got canceled at Lolla is the day I got so excited about him. He's
Yeah.
so good. I'm so mad. Like he's at the same time as 21 Pilots, and I legit looked up 21 Pilots concerts later in the year because I was going to skip them. Like,
yeah.
That's ridiculous.
And
like,
you don't skip 21
No,
Pilots.
like that's unheard of. That's like the number one person I'm excited to see. But I was willing to.
Sacrilegious for us. We haven't seen a new album, and they're doing it at Lolla where they love it. They've been doing all these festivals, and they've just been tearing it up.
Yeah, the fact that he even considered not going to them says a lot about Stromae. But he recently canceled his set because he has he needs to get tested for malaria or something.
Yeah, it's like he gets tested for malaria and had to cancel like the last leg of his tour.
Yeah, that's awful. Hey, Bri.
Hey.
How you doing?
Yeah, so like he was literally just dancing around doing everything on the stage. Like it just looked ridiculous.
Him at Coachella, I didn't hear his Kanye Coachella song until I watched his Coachella set or whatever.
Like Allure's on that.
Brings out Kanye. Kanye doesn't do anything. Kanye's just going ape on the side. Like you don't see Kanye doing anything. Like he doesn't even like his own music. Like, but he's like obsessed with Stromae. It was so cool to see. I was like, if Kanye liked it, I have to like it because it's Kanye, you know.
And like as much as we were thinking, like we'll see Odessa, 21 Pilots versus Odessa is no contest.
True.
So that kind of Stromae not being there might be a blessing in disguise because maybe they'll send him there next year.
Yeah, that's huge.
And like make
speaking of wanting to be like Kanye, how about that for a transition?
Yeah, that was smooth.
I know, thanks. Chainsmokers and Gogol Bordello, or as I like to say,
Bordello.
For anyone that's not 16 years old, this should not be a contest because if you ever heard "Start Wearing Purple" by Gogol Bordello and not imagine what that would be like at Lollapalooza, you have to go to that. It's like a Middle Eastern Borat ska Chief Keef. Like what?
Did you know that he's been to Lolla before?
Yeah.
Yeah, 2010.
The Chicago one?
2010, Chicago Lolla. And it is exactly what you would think it is.
Oh, let's go.
Start Wearing Purple, he's grabbing bottles of wine and like shaking them at the crowd. The crowd is like, the crowd doesn't look like they know which way the stage is. They're like clumped up in circles dancing and like.
They're wearing purple, that's for damn sure.
Yeah, and we're all wearing purple dresses all around.
Oh my God, that's funny.
And it just looks ridiculous.
Yeah, so he's a must-see. Just because who's going to go to a Gogol Bordello concert? Like, never in my life will I just go to that. I feel like I'll just be, like, attacked by some Middle Eastern crazy people.
Yeah.
But Chainsmokers, nothing on them. Their new song, Roses, I've listened to, like, 30 times in the past 2 days. It's so sick.
But what are they going to do, like, live? They're going to make it hard banging Chainsmokers.
Yeah, they're going to, like, I was, when we went to them in Summerfest, I think it was last year, 2 years ago, like, it was before they, like, put out Kanye and, like, put out their, like, chiller stuff, and it was just gross. Like, they did, like, selfie, like, 30 times. Like, if I got $1 for every time I heard the word selfie at that set, I'd be, like, I just wouldn't go to college anymore. I just have But, yeah. I don't know. Not a bad pick, but, like, Gogol Bordello. Like, let's be honest.
And like, since 90% of the people listening to this won't know who Gogol Bordello is, just watch this video that we're gonna attach, and just like picture yourself in the crowd of this, like seeing like wine bottles flying around.
It's
like
just an experience more than anything else.
It is absurd, and it's going to be awesome.
It's an experience. That's we'll leave it at that. Next up is maybe the two most opposite artists at that I might consider going to either one is Tyler the Creator versus Tame Impala. I'm a much bigger Tyler the Creator fan, so I might be a little biased. They both have their super fans, and they both have people that don't understand, like, both of them. Like, I know a lot of people that are obsessed with Tame Impala and don't understand Tyler the Creator, and vice versa. Tyler the Creator will do absolutely anything on stage. At Coachella, he, like, cursed out one of the Kardashians that he like was on like the side stage, and just like he'll do anything. He's awesome. And Tame Impala is like the super hippie indie, like very talented type group of dudes. So what do you think?
I think that this one is all about what you plan on doing with the rest of your day.
What do you mean?
Just like the way that it lines up time-wise. Like if you see Tallest Man going all the way to Tame Impala and then making it back for Cuddy is not going to happen.
True.
And if you go to Walk the Moon, you're going to miss 25 to 30 minutes of Tyler.
Yeah, I never really thought of that. That kind of sucks.
And like basically if you whoever you're seeing after that and before it, if you choose Tallest Man or Walk the Moon, that's your like you're basically making your own choice right there.
Yeah, that is kind of difficult. Our next one is we're going to talk about Tallest Man and Walk the Moon, and the kind of two decisions going hand in hand. Because if I want to do like Walk the Moon and Tyler, that's hard. For me, I'm definitely doing Cuddy, so like the Tallest Man Tyler is a lot easier. But yeah, it kind of sucks.
Yeah, that's how Lolla gets you. But
yeah, the thing is like I don't really care if I get the whole Tyler the Creator set. It's an hour, and like it's pretty. He sounds like awful live. Like he doesn't sound good, but just the fact that he's just crazy, and like if you know his music and you like his music, it's fun regardless. Like he performs music terribly, but that's not why he's there. He's just there to just go nuts.
I'm not one to split sets at all.
You don't want to split like any sets?
No.
Really?
Never have, never will.
Yeah. Well, I think I have to. I don't know.
I mean, like if you. Like, I'm not going to leave someone early unless I absolutely have to.
Yeah. I don't know. That does, like, I'd probably rather see a full show than 2 half shows. I guess.
Definitely. Even though it's like, oh, I saw Tyler and Walk the Moon. Like, no, you saw 40 minutes of Walk the Moon. You missed Shut Up and Dance because they closed with it because you had to go see Tyler. And you ended up being 10 minutes late because of Boys Noise taking a very like explosion. So it doesn't just like it doesn't work to plan.
That's true. Let's talk about Walk the Moon, Tallest Man. Walk the Moon was conceived by like an afternoon music festival god. Like that's exactly what you want. And then speaking of God, there he is. Yeah, but Walk the Moon would be so great. Like I think they're one of my top 3 excited for at Lolla, but so is Tallest Man because he's like the weirdest voice you'll ever hear. It's almost like kind of hurts to listen to for the first time because it's just like, what are you doing? But his guitar is unreal, and it's just him on a stage doing awesome music. I don't know. This is still very difficult. I was initially all Tallest Man, then I was Walk the Moon. It's about like again similar to James Bay and Misterwives. If you want to just have a time of your life, Walk the Moon. If you want to have an awesome performance, Tallest Man. But if you're going to Walk the Moon and you only know Shut Up and Dance, I hate you. I hate you. They have so much good music. And if you're like, oh, Shut Up and Dance, that's on the radio so much, I'm not going to listen. No, you suck. Listen to more of their stuff. Their first album is awesome.
Yeah.
Don't be that guy. And/or girl. And/or dog.
And/or dog. I heard that they're allowing dogs into Lolla this year, so my costume's right there.
Where are these going? It's going to be a Kids-a-Palooza and a Dogs-a-Palooza and a Cats-a-Palooza and a Fish-a-Palooza.
I don't know, but so Walk the Moon you have to do. Like we've been waiting for Walk the Moon at Lolla for 3 years.
Yeah, and like
and that's like just like On a Sun and Shut Up and Dance and like I Can Lift the Car, like all going on. Like it's gonna be like that who's Aloe Black crowd, but the whole time. Like during
and like everyone knows Walk the Moon. It's not like Aloe Black where people don't really know him.
Right. And it's just going to be ridiculous. Like, it's going to be fun. Everyone's going to be so into it.
And they came to Purdue in the fall. And a lot of people that went to that, it was like a free concert. And like it was a pretty cool venue, outdoor. Like, there's like a little pit and then just a hill that goes up. And it was so much fun. It was so awesome. Because we have like our Elliott Hall music, but there's a lot of seats and it's gross. And it was like a perfect venue for this kind of performance. Like Elliott is very cool and I love it, but it's not made for this kind of thing. And Walk the Moon just tears the house down in that kind of environment.
Right.
It makes it, I don't know if that makes it more tempting to go or it's like I already saw them in that environment so I can take it off, you know?
Yeah, Lolla's different though. It's just like,
it is.
Okay. Give me one of your most anticipated that no one's going to know about.
The thing is about mine is I don't know if I'm actually going to see them, but even if I don't, I'm interested in what they do.
Yeah.
My first one is Skylar Spence. He has the song like Fiona Coiney. I don't know how to say it, but he's super cool. He has like 3 songs out, and he just released another single. His album comes out after Lolla, I believe. It comes out in September. So like it's one of those shows where it's just like, I'll give you a chance. Like this is going to be your first time ever being anywhere near this many people in this kind of environment. And it's just kind of fun to, if like he blows up, like if he turns into like a Magic and has a good song like Rude or something, like it'd be sweet to be able to see him for the first time. But he's doing George Ezra. I really like George Ezra. Also Kygo.
The Skylar Spence, if anyone's wondering, is 250 to 330 at the Grove, which is probably a ideal like slot that like someone can get a lot of people there, even if they don't know why they're there.
Right. And right after that is Galantis. So I really like Mako. Part of me wants to go to Mako and then right to Galantis. I don't know. I got to think about it. What about you?
So I was typing up if you guys read my Friday Lolla breakdown, I was working on the Saturday one today, and I just see like, I'm going through Saturday at noon and I'm like, I don't really know any of these people. Like maybe that'll be the day when we do like a beach walk before we go, or we go out to eat like somewhere nice for lunch. And then I come across Jack Novak and I'm like, this is going to be some like frat bro guy. And like, I look up Jack Novak. This girl is stunning. Like,
smoke show.
Like just absolute dime. And she's up there. Like I know I'm obsessed over like Nervo before because it's 2 like cute Australian girls like jumping up and down DJing. This girl's insane. And like everything, like it's all the songs that you want to hear. It was like Calvin Harris and like Alesso and like all this going on.
Did she get like that gross like trappy?
No,
this is too early for this, or is it like nice?
It's like the party is here, like
like White Panda, like in the morning. Let's rage DJ Mark Peters.
Yeah. So I mean, Saturday morning, I'm just gonna wake you up at like 8, and we're just gonna like get started early and just be ready for a party there.
All right, I'm ready for a party already. Let's do it. Let's party. My other one is Siren XX because I have no idea what they're going to do. I can't find their set list anywhere or anything else. They do they're the people who do Chainsmokers Kanye. They sing in it. It's like just 2 girls. They mesh really well together. It sounds really cool. But they have one song, I Think I Like You, but It's Complicated, whatever, that song. And they have a Kanye acoustic song. And I keep checking on their Spotify. That's literally all they know how to do. And they have like a 45-minute set. So I'm just curious as what they're gonna do. A lot of covers if they like have their new stuff, but again, I didn't really look at timing of that. I just am curious what they're gonna do. Even if I don't go, I'll like look up and see.
What they did.
And it's if we haven't talked about this already, we have not. But BMI is the chosen stage. It is awesome. Yeah. It's like you can see the lake in the background. It's super intimate. It's where we saw Cash. Is that last year?
Cash was last year.
Wallpaper. And
arguably our favorite Lolla show ever with Dev.
Yes. There's so many good shows at BMI, and like it's to the point where now it's just sentimental, and I need to see a show at BMI because it's just so sick. It's nice and intimate. It's like dark. There's a bunch of trees. It's shady. It's so cool. And it's right next to the where you get these puppies. Yeah, these little headband guys. So you can like go get your headband during a good show. Look, I left the perfect spot for this year. See? It looks lopsided now, but it'll look better later.
Yeah, whatever. Go Bills.
Yeah, man. If only we could go to another AFC championship, I swear we can do it. You know?
And then my second artist would be Zella Day. It's on Saturday at 1:50, and it's just during like a bunch of people that you've never heard of before, and no one ever has. Really, it's like during like Givers, who have like a couple songs, and like Django, which I like. Did it fall? Like I think that's so cool, but like that would be really fun.
Yeah, that's like a very mysterious area. Like I like Rin Weaver, but like really only because she's extremely attractive.
Yeah.
Like, oh wow! We could go Jack Novak to Rin Weaver. Just see 2 beautiful girls in a row. That sounds.
I know. And Holy Child is gorgeous too. By the way. Like that Saturday. That's why I said I'm dressing up. Like I might wear a suit to Lollapalooza.
Yeah, I might too. We gotta like have our balloons be like classy balloons. You know? Like a guy with a tie or something.
Like I'm gonna have a monocle. Like I'm gonna
Stop!
ready to like throw myself at women. These like because it like a cute girl who's an artist like that goes up like 50 points like
Yeah,
off
that's
the chart.
huge.
So
Like
the
how
girl, she
I would
sounds like
love to like figure out how you pick up a girl at a music festival that's on the stage. Like, do you like follow her around? Like, I'm sure people have done it. How do you do that?
dude, I have no idea. Once Saturday of Lolla passes, I'll
Oh,
write
you'll let me know.
what.
Cool. You say you'll let me know because it'll happen. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I have like 4 chances. I almost like got with a girl at the Camelback stand our first year.
That's true. That was the weirdest thing I've ever seen in my life. Let's not have that ever happen again.
So that's where our Lolla's at. That's our conflict show.
Yeah. This just made me like very anxious because now I feel like I don't know. Now I don't know what I'm gonna do.
I mean, I guess this hasn't been brought up yet by anyone else, but because for us, this is kind of decided. But Kygo and Florence is definitely a conflict for anyone, but they might not know it is.
The thing is, like with Florence, Sunday night, the last thing I want to do is not just like watch a very talented female vocalist. Like,
Run around the stage.
yeah, like I heard she's an amazing performer, this and that, but like Kygo is so chill. Like I'm very excited because Bass Nectar and Nero is on at the same time. So
Yeah.
all those people, I don't mean to stereotype. I like them too.
Gross
There's
people.
there's some those people out there, and I know some of you are out there, and I can't wait for them to be gone.
Yeah.
You know, like Kygo, I feel like will just be like thousands of me's. That sounds so great. Like,
Kygo at the Grove too. That's just like written in the stars. That's how I want to end Lollapalooza.
yeah, like I've ended it with Knife Party before, and that was a good time. But like, this is like the opposite, like a chill little vibe. And there's not a single Kygo song that you don't like. Like they might be boring because it's just like you hear the snapping, and it's like the exact. Yeah. But none of them are bad. They all have an awesome feel.
Right. So that's our conflict show.
It is.
We're gonna type up a little summary, and then you can see the parts of the show that you liked. Definitely give us feedback because it's our first time doing this.
Yeah, do it. Our next video, we're thinking of doing like a 10 tips of Lolla type thing. Not exactly having to be music related or whatnot. It can be about like I don't know the trains or eating or whatnot. So we'll come at that with you soon and give us some feedback. Thanks for listening. This has been DreamCode. Peace.
DreamCode.